Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Beyond the Mat with me, J. Cole Yoga. Sitting in the dark again today, talking about aliens this week. This is an alien week. What is happening out there? What's going on in this alien world? So today we're going to talk about alien contact, y'all. Some contact that happened. And let's first discuss the idea of what an alien is, or what an alien could be. I mean, we talked about UFOs in the last segment, and I mean, yeah, an unidentified flying object is just that, an unidentified object that you or I have not identified. And that doesn't mean that someone somewhere doesn't know what it is. That doesn't mean that the government or military didn't create this thing. It doesn't mean that a lot of people don't know what it is. It just means that we see something in the sky flying around and we can't identify it. That's kind of what it is. So, with that said, what are aliens? Like, are they these physical green gobbly things? And they come down and probe you and everything. They take you up on a spaceship and do things to you. What else do we know about aliens? They're green sometimes. They're gray sometimes with the big eyes. There's tall ones. There's small ones. And then the other concept that really isn't talked about too much because people don't really want to think about it, because it's easy to think that if there's a physical, fleshy manifestation of something, that if it posed a threat, that we could kill it. And I feel like that's kind of the gist behind what we see in TV and movies as being an outside extraterrestrial alien force coming in, is these physical things that we can fight against. And the scary thing is that they're probably not going to even be a physical alien, a physical thing. They're probably not even going to come in the form of something like that. They're going to come in the form of thought energy, light energy, feelings and emotion energy. They're going to communicate through things like this, through feelings. And I feel like that's where we're probably at right now, is that from afar, that communication is happening with these things, these entities coming through, again, not on a physical level, in an etheric level, through the air, through the atmosphere. They're just kind of beaming around, making these links with people. And I watched a lot of, not a lot, I don't want to say a lot, because like I really haven't packed in a bunch of this shit in my brain. It's something new I just started kind of learning about and reading about and hearing about, along with star seeds and indigo children and things like that. And so a lot of people who claim to have been abducted believe that their abduction experience was a positive thing, and that they were chosen and brought aboard these ships where their DNA is being used and spliced with other alien hybrid, to make other aliens, to make these hybrids, so that we could raise the vibrations of Earth and someday get to a point where everybody is able to understand and accept these things coming in. Because right now, if you were to just drop some aliens that communicate telepathically through your thoughts on the whole world, I mean, a lot of people would lose their mind, just go fucking crazy. So we don't really want that. Nobody really wants that. And I feel like that we're being prepared right now. And so, anyways, the point of the whole video is that I actually made some relatively interesting progress in contacting some kind of something out there. And in one of these videos that I watched, a girl says that all you got to do is ask. So like right before bed, a lot of these things will communicate through dream time, through dreamscapes, and they will like talk to you and send you downloads and transmissions through your dreams at night. So she says that all you got to do is really ask and be open for a contact, which I totally am open to all kinds of weird things. So an alien contact is definitely not it's not off my list of things that I am interested in doing in this world. And so I, right before bed, I laid down and I just did a little meditation, a little prayer, and I said, okay, I'm open to anything. I'm open to contact. I'm open to communication. Like, somebody talk to me. And immediately I just like passed right out. And I don't usually pass out like that. I usually lay there for a couple hours thinking. And I didn't. I just passed out. And I had the craziest turbulent dreams all night. And they were just... didn't make any sense. It felt like a lot of just turbulence. The mind recoiling in horror about things and events that just didn't make any sense. Just kind of dramatic, a very dramatic theme. And then through that, all of that dramatic stuff going on, through the dramatics, it spread, and like a beam of light pushed out the drama, and a very clear and concise message came through saying, we are the Arcturians. And I was like, oh, okay, Arcturians. I mean, I think I had maybe read that name or heard it spoken before. Not really sure. But yeah, so I was like, okay, cool, Arcturians, cool. And then that was it. And I woke up and the turbulent dreams were over. And then I was like, okay, well, what the fuck is an Arcturian? So I had to kind of go online and try and do a little bit of research about what an Arcturian is. And basically, they're fourth and fifth dimensional light beings that live on a planet that orbits Arcturus. Arcturus is a sun pretty far away. And so the Arcturians, as we call them, and I guess because when we look at something on Earth, I know the whole universe doesn't use the same language, isn't going to be calling them Arcturians, and people, if they're creatures on Mars, they're probably not calling the planet Mars Mars. We call it Mars because of our own human ways and our own linguistic ways. That's just what we call it. So I know that just the idea of the word Arcturian being transmitted to me, I know that they probably don't call themselves Arcturians. They're probably just like using our language here so that we understand what's going on. So we have a label and a name to put on a thing. So an Arcturian, like I said, is made of light energy, love, and compassion. And this is what they want. They want the Earth to ascend out of, this is a few things that they want. They want the Earth to be a better place. They want humans to get to a point where they're at in a non-physical, non-local kind of entity where they can transmit themselves around places, which would be really friggin' neat. Imagine that. Imagine being able to travel the universe without a body. Oh, without the confines of your body stopping you, preventing you from getting places. That would just be the greatest thing ever. You could just zip, zip, zip all over the place and see things and explore things and learn things. The coolest thing would be able to come back to a body that you can then use that information later, what you've learned, back in your own environment. And yeah, so that is the Arcturians. They don't really want to do any harm to anyone, and they basically said hello, dropped a line, and I guess now it's up to me to, I guess, ask more questions. And this comes in to talk about lucid dreaming and how I've never lucid dreamed in my life. Like, I've never been able to control that shit ever until I started taking these nootropic supplements called Alpha Brain. And the thing about Alpha Brain is that they say if you don't trust them and their hokey pokey wizard stuff, wizard powders, go online and all the ingredients are there and you can make it yourself. And so that's totally what I did. I made a batch that lasted 3 people, 6 months, taking copious amounts of this Alpha Brain stuff. And wow, the first night, it just, that's it. You're lucid dreaming. You have full control over everything in your dream. It's amazing. And I've never had that aside from using the Alpha Brain. So it's interesting how a lot of folks can get into these dream situations and be able to control things. And so I think in the future, any other stuff that I do like that, I think I'm going to need some kind of like some help. Some alpha brain help is what I need. So, if you guys like these videos, please subscribe. And if you want to help me buy some Alpha Brain, donate to the Patreon link, and I will get some motherfluffin' movie money for this whole shit. And that's it. Peace, love, and light, y'all. Namaste. And all that other good noise. Ding.